the Grow Back Greener grant scheme, which operates across the whole of the Northern Forest. It's a DEFRA funded initiative. There are three sort of main focuses of the grant. One of them is extending and buffering ancient woods, like the site we're on now. One of them is to create woodland through natural regeneration and natural processes, and the other one is through creating woodlands through partnerships. This is a really great site. There's a really nice and important SSSI ancient woodland behind us. The 1.99 hectares worth of woodland planting here extends that woodland out and incorporates the woodland into patches of mature tree cover, hedgerows, and I think what we're looking for is holistic biodiversity improvements and creating really high quality habitats as well as creating native woods.
Yeah, so the purpose of all the planting is to encourage the wildlife to come back and encourage the ancient woodland to come back through. The partnering with the Woodland Trust was just so simple. With the Northern Forest grant that's available for landowners to start planting further trees, it was just hand in hand, and Alistair was fortunate to help us all the way through there.
So we're fortunate to live in, well, such a beautiful place and to have on our doorstep some really mature ancient woodland with such an array of wildflowers and bird life and animals. We looked at some projects, which ones would fit us, which ones would work, and managed to get a grant in through the Grow Back Greener fund, and have managed to transform 4 acres of grassland, picking some spots right round the edges and bringing in the woodland. We managed to get a really good project proposal that allowed us to get some of the funding in advance so that we could make some purchases, being able to purchase all the trees, the guards, the stakes, but through getting the advice, being able to have some advance instalments and working with the team at the Woodland Trust, really managed to do that and make it work for us. Being able to extend that ancient woodland and to link up and bring together areas which have got small disconnects, and it creates an opportunity for, in years to come, this woodland to have a further reach, for the woodland to be able to join up with the hedgerows and bring in the habitats that reach all the way up towards Cropton Forest and will extend almost round to the coast with the forest land which is maintained.
If we're going to tackle climate change, if we're going to look forward to creating a more diverse landscape for everybody, the wins actually are creating woods and incorporating trees into farmland, but not at expense of having farmland, but in combination with farming practices. So I think particularly for these two schemes, which are really quite close together, it's a really important part of a wider farm and the wider practices on that farm. And I think that the grant scheme that we're talking about here, the Grow Back Greener grant scheme, is really well placed to facilitate and aid farmers and landowners to do that, and to incorporate trees into their farm